Just trying to wake you up. It's time for Y4. All right, multiply and divide monomials. Once again, a monomial is anything that, not anything. Let me put it. A monomial is a number or a letter. It might have a exponent on it. It could be Z5 and could be Z to the third power 5. Both of these right here are monomials. Monomial really kind of means like one. Mono meaning one, okay? So monomial 1. Now, if you see 2 plus B, it's not a monomial because it has the plus sign. But if you see 2B, it's a monomial. So let's go with monomials, all right? Let's go ahead and multiply. Now, as I always say, you're going to write it out because writing it out pops it into your brain a little harder. So this part is a monomial, and this says times 4f to the 9th power times 9f to the 4th power. Now we're going to multiply. So to multiply powers with the same base, add their exponents. Well, let's take a quick look, and the base here is f. The base here is f. The base is f. All right. See, the exponent would be the small number at the top. The base is the larger number or the larger letter in the case of f. All right. So in this case, we have f7 plus f4 plus f9. So we're going to add these f's together. All right. So just on the side, we have 7 plus 4, right? Oh, actually, that's a 9. 7 plus 9 plus 4. So if we add all of those together, let me make this 9 look more like a 9. Okay. 7 plus 9, because it's f7 plus f9 plus f4. All right, so if we add all these f's together, and hopefully not getting f's in class, 7 plus 9 is 16, all right? 16 plus 4 is 20. So in terms of the f, it's going to be an f to the 20th power, okay? And now, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the integers, the numbers. So that's 5 times 4 times 9. Now, I can't necessarily do that in my head. So what I'm going to do is go to Desmos, D-E-S-M-O-S, and I like the scientific calculator, okay? I like the scientific calculator. So Desmos scientific calculator pops up, and I'll do 5 times 4 times 9. And as you see here, the answer is 180. The answer there is 180, okay? So keep your Desmos calculator handy dandy. So we know that it's going to be 180. And now we bring back the F's. And what is our F? Is 20. Okay. So this might be like an easy one. Let's find out if I'm right, because I can be wrong. Nothing wrong with being wrong. You don't want to be wrong, but you can be wrong sometimes. So I'm going to click here, the small box here, so I can do the exponent. And now I'm going to click submit to see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm right. Awesome. Awesome. Good. So let's do another one. Okay, let's take a moment and do the next. Yes. So this one says 6y to the 6th power times 4y times 5y. Now look, if you see a y by itself, there's really a 1 exponent there. It's kind of hidden. You won't see it, but you know it's there. You won't see it, but you know it's there. So just keep in mind that there's really a 1 there, okay? Just keep in mind that there's really a 1 there. So just so you can remember, we're going to go ahead and put a 1 here, all right? And remember, we're looking at first the numbers and then the variables that have exponents. I like to start with our variables first. To multiply powers with the same base, y is our base. Our base is y. Here's a y, here's a y, and y. Okay, so we have 6 plus 1 plus 1. So if I had 6 plus 1 plus 1, so 8, right? All right, so I know it's going to be y8. I'm just going to put this here in the parking lot so I don't forget that y8, okay? Good. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 6 times 4 times 5. 6 times 4 times 5. All right, so let's go to decimals, and we're going to clear, and we'll do 6 times 4 times 5. It's 120. 6 times 4 times 5 is 120. Okay, good. So now we have 120. So we know that numerically we're going to have 1, 2, 0. And then we're going to go back to our parking lot and it'll say y to the 8th power. And let's see if I'm right. Okay. 1, 2, 0, y. I click this box so I can put in my exponent of 8. And let's see if I'm. Here we go. Super duper, super de duper. Okay, this one should be easy. And I'm going to move quickly on this one, all right? So 9K, 4, 5K, 9, 2K, 3. All right, let's look at our Ks. I'm going to put them in the parking lot. 4 plus 9 plus 3, because they all have the same base. They all have the same base. Brace. 4 plus 9 is 13. 13 plus 3 is 16. So I know it's going to be K to the 16th power. Okay. And now 9 times 5 times 2. Let me make this easy for you. I want to do 5 times 2 times 9. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 times 9 is 90. Just be sure. Let's just be sure. All right. So I'll do 5. Let me clear it out. 5. Oh, it's plus 9 times 5 times 2. 90. And just to show you, I could do 2 times 5 times 9, still 90, right? Right? I can do 5 times 2 times 9, still 90. So, all right. So now I know that the number is 90. And taking from the parking lot, that goes right here, K12. Oh, K16. K16. And now let's see if I'm correct. All right. 90K exponent 16. Let's see. Brilliant. All right. So this one is the hard one, and we're going to do this one, and we're going to require a couple of things, couple of steps. All right, so I see here 6h to the 8th power, kind of looks like hate. 6h to the 8th power over or divided by 6h times h squared. Well, first thing I want to do, I want to deal with this. So I can multiply the h because it's the same base, times the h squared, because it's the same base. And if I did that, I'm going to end up with 6, and I'm going to add this one. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So now I have 6h3. And on top, I have 6h8. Okay, now to divide powers with the same base, to divide powers with the same base, h is the base, it's the same base. Subtract their exponents. So what I'm going to do here is do 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3. And on this part, I'm going to do 6 divided by 6. 6 divided by 6. Now, let's do 6 divided by 6, which is pretty easy. I'm going to clear it out. 6 divided by 6 is 1. All right, so what this tells me is my number is going to be 1. I've gotten rid of that. And 8 minus 3 is 5. So I should have 1h5. Now, you can also have h5 because there's a hidden number 1 here. So you can have h5 or 1h5. But for IXO, we're going to include the 1, okay? This is how this computer system works, this online system. So 1h, oh, not squared, should be 5. Okay, let's see if I've done this. Well done. Okay, and as you see here, we're going to take the same process that we just used. We're going to take the same process that we just used. We're going to multiply the h8 by h4. We're going to multiply the h's. So 8 plus 4 is 12, right? Let me see, 12, right? And so I'm going to do this one very quickly. Very quickly. 3h8. H4. Okay, cool. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to deal with these h's. So I'm going to rewrite that as 3. Now 8 times the h times h, I'm going to add these. So that's going to be 3h12. How did I get 12? By adding 8 and 4. If I add 8 plus 4, it gives me 12. All right, so on the bottom, just on the bottom, I'll have 3h12. And on the top, I'm going to have 6h. Okay, so I'm going to divide 6 by 3, and that's going to give me 2. Okay. And I'm going to divide h1, by h12. And the way we do that is by subtracting the exponents. So that'll be 1 minus 12. Now, if you go to Desmos and you look at it, it's going to say 1 minus 12 is negative 11. All right, so negative 11 is weird, right? You're like, how do I handle that? Well, what you're going to do is a negative goes on the bottom. So just having h11 makes that negative. So now we have 2 divided by h11. 2 divided by h11, because this is really a negative 11, but we put it on the bottom, on the denominator. So it's 2 over h11. And I might be wrong with this one, so bear with me. Let's see if I'm wrong. Okay, so I'm going to put the fraction button first. I'm going to put a 2 on the top, and on the bottom, I'm going to do h to the 11th power. And let's see if I'm right, because whoo, tricky. So I might be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll explain why. Awesome. I did it. And so now that's how you handle Y4.